Okay, this is Prelude number 3, Op.114 by Ferdinando Carulli, and it's got two sharps. So you've got F sharp on the second fret of the first string, C sharp on the second fret of the second string. And those are the only sharp notes I believe we'll play in this piece. Sometimes they go natural, like you'll have a C natural when you do a D7 chord, and so forth. But two sharps generally in the key signature. Now, we should talk a little bit about the time signature here, which is 6/8. Now, some people count 6/8 like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count it like it's a 2-beat measure, each beat being a triplet of eighth notes. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. In this case, it's almost all 16ths. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 3 and, which is kind of tedious to count, but I would just count the eighths, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. And we're going to take it, well, before we talk about the metronome, let me talk a little bit about the fingerings and some of the technical things of playing this piece. There's really not a whole lot to talk about, but the first finger will stay on this A of the third string, the second fret, through the first 4 chord changes. So you have a D chord going to a 2-finger A chord, still holding that A, and then you add the pinky on the A7, still holding that A, back to the D chord, the original D chord, still holding the A. And then on the fourth, it's the fifth measure, you're going to a D7, now you've got a C natural, and I would use the pinky on the F sharp. You could use the third finger if you prefer, but because we use the pinky in Prelude number 2, going to a G chord, and this is a similar thing where the pinky can lead us into the next G major chord from D7. So it's pinky, first finger, second finger, no third finger, and then going to G7. Okay? And then, let's talk about the right hand a little bit. The pattern is P-I-M-I-P-I, P-I-M-I-P-I. And the bass is kind of, I would call it an unequal bass, because the bass motion up to now has been equal. This is sort of like 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Or you could say long, short, long, short, long, short, long. In other words, it's unequal. But it's P-I-M-I-P-I, P-I-M-I-P-I. Except when we get to measure 8, the texture changes to where it's P-I-M-I-M-I, P-I-M-I-M-I. So you only have 1 bass or 2 bass notes per measure, and it's like this. Okay, for those 2 measures, you have a D in the bass, and then it's a B in the bass, and this B is on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Normally we play the B open, but now we're playing it on the 4th fret. And what I would do is a little tilted bar where I'm not using the tip of my finger on the F sharp. I'm using the side of the finger to play the F sharp. You might, just sort of practice going from E to F sharp with the side of your finger, and it's kind of a tilted bar. We're not barring across a bunch of strings, but you're just using the edge of your side of your finger to play the F sharp, and they call it a hinge bar. Not sure why it's called a hinge bar, but that's what it's called. And that's what I would do because I think it's a little more comfortable there. And then an open G with the second finger holds, and then you have an open E, so you're only fingering one note, and then the second finger leads to C sharp, adding the first finger for a 2-finger A chord. So again, the hinge bar with, sorry, B in the bass, open G, A, and then and here you have that unequal bass, but it's not alternating. It's the same note twice, same note twice. And the fingering of these last chords, you want second and third finger. You don't need the first finger on this D chord, because you want it free to grab the B when it goes to B minor. It's like D to B minor. And then you'll lift fingers 1 and 2, but keep the third finger down and move 2 over to the low G note on the 6th string, 3rd fret. And you're playing an open E. It's kind of like a G chord, but... And then you got an A chord with the first finger on C sharp. And I would use first finger because that helps you get into the D. So that last part again, B minor, G, A major, D. Okay, so those are some of the nuts and bolts, technical things about playing this piece. Not too many to talk about. And it's a pretty short prelude. So we're going to go from 60 on the metronome to 160. And that's 20 times through, which seems like a lot of times, but it's a pretty short prelude. So I'm hoping we can do it in about 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. I'm going to time it and start the clock here. And then we'll start at 60. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3 and... Play along with me. Add the pinky. Hold the first finger, going back to D. Then you have a C natural. Pinky on the F sharp. Everything pretty loud and deliberate at this slow speed. Texture change. B in the bass. Slide second finger. Going to 65. I'll just count the second beat, or the second triplet. 2, ready, go. Hold the first finger. Going about 2 minutes. Hinge bar, B in the bass, open G, A, D, B minor, G, A, D. 2, 2, 3, 70. That was 70. Going to 75. It's about 4 minutes. 2, 2, and 3, and. Sorry. Going to 80. Two and 2 and 3 and. So we've done it 5 times. Now we're going to 85. 2, 2, 3. Ninety. One and 2 and 3. I'm sorry, 2 and 2 and 3. Going to 95. We're at about 8 minutes, a little more. 2 and 2 and 3. We've made it to 100. It's about 9 minutes in. What? See, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. Five. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3 and we're 10 minutes. A little more. Sorry, 110. We're about 11 minutes in. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. We're at 115. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. Start using some dynamics. Sorry, I'm going to start that again. I can't talk. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. Start medium soft, and then get loud. Build, loud, soft. Bring out the bass. Two, three. 120. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. Build it up louder. 125. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. 14 minutes. 130. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. 135. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 140. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. 145, and that's around 16 minutes 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. 30 seconds to play through these. 17 minutes. 150. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3 and 155. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3. 160. 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, I barely squeezed through that one. So that was 160. Let's turn it off. And that total was about a little under 19 minutes. So that's pretty good for 20 times through a piece. And so hopefully that was a good workout for you. Let me know if this kind of thing helps, doing the metronome workouts. That's what us real musicians do. We work to work a piece up for performance. If I were doing this as for performance, if it were a challenging piece, I would continue to do this workout every day with it until you get to your performance, and then even on the performance day do it. But also do, you know, some free playing where you're not using the metronome. Bring out certain notes, you know, do a nice interpretation where you use dynamics. Don't just play everything loud. Don't play everything soft either. You know, softs and louds. Learn to swell within a chord, like. On that D7. By the end of the measure, I was getting louder again. And that's noticeable to the listener, and it makes these pieces less dry and much more exciting. So have fun with this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Look me up on Facebook, John Hedger Guitar Studio. Give me a nice like, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.